Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the MonsterArts, the Kyoku Godzilla 1989 version. Basically the one that has light-up features and sound effects. And this is quite exciting. Basically they've upgraded the MonsterArts, which is really cool. Now this will set you back quite a bit as well. It's close to 200 bucks. Yep. But as a MonsterArts collector or a fan of Godzilla, it's something that I just gotta try. Got mine from Tatsu Hobby. I went there this weekend along with other hauls, and you'll see that on upcoming reviews. Here's the box on this guy. Quite nice. Got that nice, like hollow image on the back here. This side here, we got sounds, light, and music. Yep. Back side here. There we go, and some more here onto the side and onto the top, and more jargon on the bottom here, which I don't really understand them. Anyways, let's take a look inside. The first thing I looked up is, what does Kyoku mean? It's kind of like a tongue twister to say. I've looked on the internet, as a few friends, okay, and they mentioned basically it roughly translates to symphony. I think it's something to do with the sound effects and the light-up feature, which kind of makes sense. As a MonsterArts symphony, I think that's a lot easier for us to say than the Kyoku, but either way, that's that. Now, this is the 1994 version, the very first SHMA they've released, I believe. This is the Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla movie version. Then we have the 1989 version where Godzilla go against Biollante. Yeah, and we can see the size difference significantly. Now, for those who are gonna always ask how tall they are. Well, if you haven't been collecting MonsterArts, the typical MonsterArts, or the first one, they're typically around 6 inches. Now, this guy here is about 8. So, quite a significant size. 2-inch taller. And it's great. I like this. This size, the details, really cool. So, I just want to show a size comparison between them. And some of you will be asking, why don't you show it next to Biollante, since it's it's that movie where it came from. I would love to do that, but unfortunately I have it on display and it's gonna be a big mess trying to move it around. Not to mention I have to do quite a bit of dusting, since it's been a couple of years since Biollante has been released. So we'll leave it at that. You'll probably see online pictures for that. Yeah, sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna go do the review for this guy here, which is quite great. And before I continue with that, let's talk about the effects. So first off, we need to attach the batteries. And to do that, we have to remove Godzilla's mid-torso, or kind of separate it. And to do that, you kind of have to firmly grasp both ends and just grab to him and separate it. There we go. And inside you kind of see the inner workings. So basically it's attached to the waist joint right there, and you can kind of see there's some LED here for the dorsal fins, which is the light up feature. Quite cool. And inside you have you have kind of use a Phillips here. You can probably use a flat as well. And you have the selector here to turn on and off. You need the 3 LR44 batteries. And for those who are going to be curious, what does it look like inside? I'm going to quickly show that here. The batteries are not included, and for good reason. Batteries, upon delivery, depending on the heat, the pressure, it could explode. That's why they hardly include batteries. It is always a risk. But inside, there you go. You get your LR44 batteries. You got 3 of them. So reattach this here. There we go. So when you have this, make sure you turn on the switch. Otherwise, we have to dismantle Godzilla again. So make sure you go to the circle one. And we hear a roar. A good indication that it's on. Alright, and let's put this back. I guess we're just gonna align this, make sure the waist is aligned, and slide on to the back here. There we go, and I think that's it. There's a little bit of a gap, as we can see there, but you can kind of move this around. There we go, kind of close in the gap. But definitely looks really cool. Alright, before we go to articulation and whatnot, let's continue with the sound effects and the light up gimmick. Alright, so let's see if this works. Let me just adjust my camera here, and I have my lamps out to the side. That way we can kind of see when the dorsal fin lights up, and I think also the mount. Alright, so we're gonna press this dorsal fin here, or the lower part, and start with the first one. Seems to be a roar. That's a little shorter. And now we have the light up. And you can kind of briefly see the light up on the mount there. Let's try that again. So you can catch the lights on the back here. And the third one, fourth one should be it. And there we go. Alright, so let's see, one more time. Just make it really dark. I know this is kind of odd. And that's a different roar. There we go. Yeah, it's really. There you go. That's the light up. Yeah, you can kind of briefly see it for a moment there. Right, so I think we've seen two different kind of roars there, and there's supposed to be the pounding one, or when he's the footsteps. But let's see what else we can do here. All right. And then I think to start the actual like the sequence, when like a theme song, you have to hold the button here. There we go. And on the same token, you can press the button as well. Oh, there we go. So you can play the sound effects along with the theme song, which is really cool. And I think this theme song it's quite long too. So this is the other one. Likewise, you can interrupt or play it along with the team. It's really faint. But the dorsal fin is actually not bad. And if you hold it, you can stop that sequence, and you can move on to the next one. So there's only 2 main theme songs. Yeah. And you kind of have to play around with the buttons to get the right effect that you want it to. Yeah. Overall, it's nice. I like it. And there you go. That's for the sound effects. Alright, right now, I'm just hoping I don't get a YouTube or a notice from YouTube saying that, oh, by the way, you've used some of licensed music. Jeez. Oh well. Anyways, moving on with this review. Alright, so we've already went over the cool gimmicks with the sound effects and light up. Yeah, unfortunately the lights, it's not too bad, especially if you have low lights. I think it kind of worked out. But definitely it would be great if the lights are a little bit brighter. But I'm okay with it. I mean, the light up effect is quite nice. So there we go. Now looking at this detail, it's just gorgeous. So again, with MonsterArts, you have this really nice sculpt here, and as you touch the figure, you know, just a lot of great texture all throughout the body. Really nice. Yep. And looking at the eyes here, I always have the luck of getting lazy eyes. And with my luck this time, the eyes are actually quite great. They are looking straightforward on both sides. No lazy eyes this time, so that's great. Now for the mouth here, on the other side, so we have the clear parts here and there. We have the tongue. I don't know if you can move the tongue separately. I don't think we can, but that's there. In terms of the teeth, just looking on side to side, it's nicely painted on mine, which is great. Then there is a disclaimer of when you move the neck, just be careful not to turn it too much. So we have a little slight left and right rotation here for the neck. You can look down, look straight up. Not so much for looking up. Yeah, but nonetheless, it's great articulation there. Then moving down, we have the arms here. Giant arms. You can rotate this fully, I believe. There we go. Then you got your bicep swivel here. You got your elbow movement. And you got your wrist. Now there's no alternate hands here. Some of the Godzilla figures have it, but this one doesn't. We don't really need them then. To be honest, I rarely use those optional hands. Then we kind of have an idea of what the section here on the bottom. Not much really articulation here, and as you can see from the sculpt of this lower part here, it kind of prevents it from turning. Then you have this kind of like a sleeve here onto the legs. You have quite a bit of articulation there. You can move this up. You kind of have to force it. I'm kind of afraid I'm gonna be scraping off the mold there, but you can move that up. You can probably force it, but again, it's gonna be up to you if you want to do that. Then you can move back. You get your knee articulation here as well, which is fairly good for 90 degree. It's actually, yeah, quite great. There's a little bit of gapping, but you know, especially for something that's a crazy mold here, it's gonna be hard to prevent it. Seems like you can slide this up and down, as we can see here, so you can kind of reposition it. So that's that. Then you got your ankle articulation here. You can do a wide stance, which is great. And I think that's pretty much it. And you get the underside here. I was wondering, where is the B China logo? Sometimes they have that. I guess it's somewhere else. Huh. Actually, that's kind of interesting. I have one of this that has... It's kind of odd. I've noticed there's like a peg underneath. I wonder if it's preventing it to twist. But anyways, getting back here now on the dorsal fin, as we can see here, great details, really nice. Then onto the tail, each part here is segmented as expected. Really cool. That's something that you want to have on your Godzilla figure. But I think some of this are like here. This is in between. I think this here and here, they're connected on a ball joint. Maybe it's a double ball, and some of them are just sleeve in between. That's probably what it is. But it feels like each one is segmented. There we go. I mean, especially that one there. But yeah, definitely you can do a lot of bends. Let's see here. I think it ends here. The last two, it's a single piece. Then there's another two here. And then, no, okay, yeah. I think there's two segments here. Then there's the last two. And everything after that, it's you can separate them. Yep. So very nice for the tail. Great articulation and movement on that. Really cool. And I think that's pretty much it for this review. Overall, this is a great figure. I really like it. Definitely for the size, being 8-inch, a bit taller than your other SH MonsterArts. Yeah, really amazing figure. Other than that, let's see what else. Oh, I just noticed that too. My nail here. One of his toenail, it's kind of painted halfway. Huh. Kinda wish that was a little bit smoothed out. But in terms of issues, I can't really find any fault here. I mean, the mold is nice overall. I like it. You know, this works for me. Just at the price point, if they continue this near $200, that's a little rough for collectors out there. I mean, the light up gimmick is great, the sound effects, but you know, that's something that I can live without. I mean, as long as if I get the figure this big and this articulation, I just like it the way it like this. Doesn't have to light up or the sound, because I can get that from something else. And we don't even get the light up feature. I think it would be great if we get an effect part, you know, for the atomic breath, and that itself lights up as well. I think that would be awesome. I wonder if they're gonna do that in the future, just a separate release effect parts that lights up, kind of like what Kotobukiya did for the those LED swords or sabers. But yeah. I've seen also this go on clearance, like in Amazon. I think they're going like 140 around there, or even in Ami. I mean, there's some clearance going on this. I'm not sure why, but I think actually in that price point, this for 140 is not bad. This actually, I think that's a good price point given all the effect parts. Because typically at SH MonsterArts about $70, $80. Yeah, where I think some of them are even $60. So yeah, it's just, I think getting it near 200, that's a little bit too much for a lot of people. Anyways, that's about it for this review. Hope you guys like it. If you got questions, let me know. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.